All you truly ever need in this world is a hit. You don't really need much else. You don't need to do much. Whatever mistake you've done, if you can make people entertained, you're winning. You're winning, and regardless of what you in the world may, push, it does not matter. Ezra Miller is still the Flash. Diablo 4 is still Blizzard's fastest selling game of all time. Regardless of what we may think, if you put out great content, whatever the case may be, music wise, there's plenty of that. You're going to get back in somebody's good graces. And it just so happened that Blizzard was able to do a few things, make a hit, and now they have a successful launch of Diablo 4. Um, I find it very funny that a lot of people tend to take a stance, and maybe those people still did take that stance, and I'm grateful for people that do that. I'm grateful for people that actually try to, put their money where their mouth is. But then there is the understanding that if a game is good enough, if a content is good enough, regardless of what we may perceive in our hearts of heart, most of the time we're there's still companies out there that will find success regardless of what they do or how things are created. So, yeah, this is another example of that. It's never going to be the last because there is always going to be something else that comes along that may have a tons of controversy associated with it, but there is an audience every time. Um, but Diablo 4, the game is actually good. I was not surprised by that. It really was showing well. When they first showed it, they were really confident in the game. All of the beta testing, you can tell when a game and the publisher actually has confidence in the game. The developers had confidence, the publisher had confidence, and that is why it is shipping in this way. There's a lot of advertisement behind it, and there is plenty of, this is their rollout. So yeah, I kind of figured it was going to sell well. I think it's going to be their fastest selling game. No. But there is one thing that we could probably add to that, why it's the fastest selling. So this is the first, like in a while, the game from Blizzard that launch wasn't free because Overwatch 2 obviously was free, and it's multi-platform. I'm talking PC and the consoles. So it did have a bigger audience for sure, and it wasn't broken up and things like that. So this being the fastest selling isn't like a huge milestone, but what you can at least gather from it at least is that this game is successful regardless of what we may think. uh Coming out the Immortals, understanding what they really was trying to get out of these games and understanding that is, it's not really that hard for me to swallow. I feel like people can make mistakes. Honestly, I'm not gonna hold anybody to a standard I can't hold myself to. I'm not perfect. I don't think a developer is perfect. I don't think a company is ever perfect. I think they make things that we may enjoy or may not enjoy, and we kind of choose with our wallet. So the people again that went out and said, "I am not paying for this. Take my hat off to you. I'm not paying for the game because I simply just have no interest in playing it right now. There's Street Fighter 6, there's Final Fantasy, there's plenty of other games that I actually truly want to play and put time in, which I totally am. So it's not like, there is, I'm holding some feelings that, oh, everybody need to go play Diablo 4. No, that's not it. I just wanted to kind of come on here and say simply that it's okay to give a company grace. I don't know if they deserve it, but at the end of the day, who does? That's why it's not up to you. It's the higher power and everything. So just, I mean, there is fumbles and then there's what they did. So it's tough, I know, but honestly, some of the greatest games we've ever played have come from situations that were bad. Red Dead Redemption 2 came from a situation that was bad. Uncharted 4, there was a lot of things around that. There was a lot of things around Last of Us Part 2. There's a lot of things around so many great games that I don't know. And there's plenty. It's not just gaming. It's music. It's movies. It's TV shows. It's anything that is entertaining to you. A persona. Any person that has a persona, they have some form of camp that does not like them, and there's a camp that does, and there's actions that they may take that may set off signals and things that may cause people to kind of look at it differently. But yeah, I kind of lead with that. I lead with forgiveness in some form or fashion. I wouldn't even want to say forgiveness. It's understanding of it, but not allowing myself to get upset constantly with people enjoying something when I don't, or people supporting something when I don't. I kind of leave it to their thought process, because at the end of the day, I can't change what someone else is thinking. It's really just around how do I adapt to the world. So this is one of those things where I just found it interesting that we, as a community, gaming community, because we're all associated with that, got this game to be one of the fastest selling Diablos and or franchise games from Blizzard. Any game ever from Blizzard, this is the fastest selling one. So that's a feat. And it's interesting that, you know, it's interesting when people take stances, because it always tends to backfire, regardless of what it is. And I don't know. I think we're in a space right now where everybody thinks that we don't give second chances, but I constantly am reassured that most people don't care. Constantly reassured. I'm constantly reassured that regardless of what it is, the amount of noise a community or a person or a set amount of people can make is never going to drown out something that actually people are entertained or enjoy. It'll never drown it out. Never. So that's all I wanted to say. I want to thank you guys for watching. As always, what do you guys think about Diablo 4 being the fastest selling Blizzard game ever? What do you think about that? What is your thought process on that? What do you even think? Do you think that there is some smoke and mirrors behind that? I do think so, because simply they were able to. This is the first game that was like multi-platform, big release, big budget, but you know, yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to thank you guys for watching. As always, if you enjoy the content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I want to thank you for watching, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Peace.